Hey y'all, my name is Peyton Two Elk and I am doing my CAP project on dysgraphia. So let's get started. Dysgraphia is a learning disability that impacts about 20% of children. So we're going to be talking about the characteristics, causes, and services for students with dysgraphia. And then we're also going to be talking about strategies that we as teachers can use to teach learners who have dysgraphia so that they can reach their full education potential. Dysgraphia is a learning disability. Dysgraphia can impact a person's both physical ability to write and their ability to translate their thoughts from their head to paper. Dysgraphia can be found in both children and adults. If it's first found when someone's a child, it's usually the result of an orthopedic coding issue. If it's first found when someone's an adult, then it's usually because of a stroke or some other kind of brain injury. Dysgraphia means that a person has a hard time reading and spelling. So this could be sentences and individual letters, either one. But it doesn't mean that a person doesn't know how to spell. It's just that they're struggling with articulating data. So our characteristics of dysgraphia are mixing cursive and printed letters, incorrect spelling or incorrect grammar, inconsistent sizing and spacing of letters, difficulty copying words from one place to another, writing slowly, having a difficulty visualizing what you want to write, using an unusual physical position when writing, saying words out loud when writing, and leaving out letters and words when writing. According to the United Brain Association, about 20% of children have dysgraphia, and dysgraphia is more commonly found in students who also have ADHD. So for children with dysgraphia, parents and guardians can use both in-school and out-of-school services to assist their child. So they could use occupational therapy, which could help the child with like their grip strength when using a writing tool. It would also give them an opportunity to practice typing and work on their posture when they're writing. They could also work on like air writing and handwriting specific exercises like that. Another service that people can use is speech therapy, and this would increase a student's phonological awareness. Schools also offer services for students with dysgraphia. This can be like giving students the option to verbalize their responses instead of having to write them down. Writing tools like using like pencil grips is another service that schools can provide. They can also hand out lecture notes instead of making students copy down the notes from the board. They can also use like assistive technology and extra time on tests, and breaking assignments down into parts is also really helpful for students with dysgraphia. Another strategy for instruction is multisensory instruction. So this is incorporating multiple ways of receiving information, like visually, auditorily, tactically. These are all going to help learners with dysgraphia because it engages multiple senses, which reinforces learning pathways. So an example of this would be having the student practice writing their letters in shaving cream on a desk. So another strategy is using assistive technology. Students with dysgraphia can use tools like computers to complete writing tasks more easily. Studies have shown that using assistive technology like speech to text and spell check are also beneficial for students with dysgraphia. So using these tools decreases the physical demand that writing takes, and it makes the students' work just more legible for everyone involved. Another thing is that they need explicit instruction in handwriting. The explicit instruction helps improve students' handwriting ability, and it also helps them work on their appropriate letter spacing and letter sizes. So an example of this is using a curriculum that breaks down the steps of handwriting, so it's more manageable. So you practice doing like the letter slant, letter horizon, or writing lines horizontally, and things like that. Another strategy is using a graphic organizer so that students can organize their thoughts visually. So this has been shown to help students with dysgraphia process and plan their work. It makes students have an easier time writing down their ideas. So an example of this would be to use an outline. It's also important to use individualized and differentiated instructions. So that's ensuring that each student has what they need to be successful. Differentiated instruction has been shown to be impactful for the learning of students, including those with dysgraphia, because it helps meet their unique needs and creates individualized goals. So an example of this could be letting a student with dysgraphia take spelling tests out loud as opposed to writing them down. And here are my references. And here are my references continued. Thanks. Have a great day.